And the guy who have a lot of value, he saw that woman who she's a nice piece of ass. She doesn't do anything in her life. Let's talk about evolution here. And for me in my head, this is so freaking simple when you think about women. Back in the day, and I said that several times, a woman need a man to survive. Not today, okay, I get it. Women are working and making the money and blah, blah, blah. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. But I said the software of the woman is still inside of the head. The same software to survive. The same software to survive today is the same software that they have a thousand years ago. Even today, a woman, if she want to be with a man, you know what she's gonna do? If that man's gonna be able to provide for me if I lose my job, am I gonna be able to keep my same standard of living if I decide to stop working? If I become pregnant? The software of a woman is the same software today that we have 1,000 years ago. So again, if a woman made 100K, she's gonna want to be with a man who make 150K. It's the software. It's female freaking nature. This is why most women end up with a man who make more money than them. The software that they have in their head for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Women look for provider and they look for security. Somebody's going to protect them and somebody's going to provide for them. If you study female nature, it's so easy to understand. Women look for those two things. This is why most women end up with a man who make more money than them, because they look for those two things. And it's pretty rare that you're going to hear a woman with a man who make less money, because the software is going to kick in, it's going to say, what the hell am I doing with that loser? And relationship, nothing to do with love. And we're going to watch a little short here. Listen what Myron said. Listen to this.
You live on easy mode. Do you ladies feel like everything that you have right now was given to you? Everything that you have? No. Yeah. Not just that, Myron, but you have women that come here every single night and say the same thing, and you don't. It's not like you're going to be like, yeah, you're right. No, you're going to disagree because it's part of your
no, it's not about
narrative
that.
to disagree.
It's not a narrative. It's you're asking them for their subjective opinion about is life easier for them.
Well, I just said the same thing about you.
Well, here's the difference between men and women, right?
Ooh.
Men must earn everything because no one's going to give a guy. No one gives a shit about a man unless he provides value. A woman on.
See? There you go. What I said as a woman want to be the guys who make more money, who is superior than her. Men have to work way more harder than a woman. Because a man have to provide more than the woman. A woman to be in a relationship with a man, the man have to be better than her. So the man automatically have to work harder. It's automatic. Female nature. So the man have to provide more value than her. And I say that all the time. A guy don't care to provide for a nice piece of ass who work at McDonald's. But that woman who work at McDonald's have to know that that guy provide a lot of value. And for a guy to provide a lot of value, we have to work way harder than a woman. The men have to work harder than a woman. A woman have just need to exist. There's a lot of women down there that are just a nice piece of ass. And the guy, because of male nature, we want to have sex with her. And she doesn't have to do anything to be with that guy. But the woman's going to choose the guys who provide a lot of value. The woman just need to exist. And the guy who have a lot of value, he saw that woman who she's a nice piece of ass. She doesn't do anything in her life. Didn't achieve anything. And because of male nature, she's a nice piece of ass. We want to be with her. We want to have sex with her. Male nature. But the woman's going to choose somebody who provide a lot of value in her life, who have the potential to provide a lot of value in her life. So the man have to work way more harder than the woman. You see, this is why it's so important to understand male nature and female nature. And I just say it. The woman doctor who made $150,000 a year never going to want to be with the guys who work at McDonald's. She's going to want to be with a man who is better than her. Male nature, female nature. The woman who's just a nice piece of ass, who didn't do nothing, never been to school, never have a freaking diploma. She just exists and she's a nice piece of ass. That doctor who made $250,000 a year, he's gonna want to be with her. He doesn't care. Women just have to exist, and they choose the right provider, and everything is gonna end up to her. This is what he's explaining right there. The guys have to work way harder than the woman. Way harder. Let's keep going here. Let's keep going.
On the other hand, she doesn't have to provide value, but she will still be cared for. When the Titanic went down, they didn't say, "Oh, men off the boat too." No, they said women and children. Why? Because women have inherent value from a biological sense. So women always have value. Men only have value if they create something. We are not the same, and that's okay. I'm not saying that I'm pissed off about it or whatever, but I acknowledge the facts and I acknowledge the truth that men must work for their value. Women don't.
You live on easy mode.
Men must work for their value. Women don't have to. A nice piece of ass, she could have everything handed to her. When they're young, when they're old, that's a different story. That's a different story. Women, they have the time clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Between 18 and 25, this is where the value are at their highest. And if they screw that up by having a high body count or doing a bunch of stupid shit, and they reach 30 years old, and now they realize their value going down the drain, but they fucked that up in the past by having a high body count. Women are born with the value. Right when they're young, this is where the value are at their highest, and they have to preserve it. Choose the high value guy, the right man. Women are born with the value, and as a man, we need to work our ass off because we start with nothing. We have nothing when we start our life, and we need to build up ourselves. Because when you understand female nature, the woman wants to be with a guy who is better and superior than her. And the woman is going to choose a guy who makes the most money. And you have that security part that most guys don't understand. If you have a lot of money, you're a freaking pussy, the woman is going to destroy you. But I'm not going to get into that today. So that's it. The main purpose of that video is the women are born with the value, and I want you to understand that. They just have to exist. But as a man, you need to build up yourself. And it's important. You have to do it. You have to build up yourself. This is why women live on easy mode. It's easy for them if they understand the game. And as a man, it's hard because you have to build yourself up. It's way, way harder for a man than a woman. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. That's it. So guys, you like my content, like, share, subscribe. As always, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.